So, hi everyone, welcome back to another train game Devlog. So let's jump right into what happened last week. The first thing is that I added a cheat menu where I can set up a lot of properties for testing, because the game becomes now a stage where it is actually quite difficult to just test stuff on its own while playing the game. And I can also delete old saves, so just a nice general system in itself. Then the next thing, or why I actually created that system, is the train yard, which is currently still a placeholder building, but it has 4 stages, which one is the first one, and I can use the cheat menu to just go through them. It is also possible from the building itself, but it is currently still a bit buggy, but I could then just say, yeah, I want to have that train yard at level 2 and save it, and now that building will actually be changed and respond to these changes. In the train yard itself, okay, I have currently no cards unlocked, but the idea is that you can just reorder your train however you want. I also will just cheat myself some cards or unlock some cards, because otherwise I cannot select them. With these I add the first 2 cards, which is also immediately represented, and with these I can pick them up and just place them where I want. There is also a general limit on how many cards the train can currently have. This will also be upgradable in the future, but it's currently already respecting that. The other slots are hidden currently. These will be all unlockable train cards, and likely also more locomotives. And that is actually already the kind of the biggest part that I was working on this week, that the whole system of switching around train cards and everything works in its basic functions. The playtest immediately showed that this is still very much not intuitive, because with the orbs it is somewhat understandable, then you can select these and drag them off. But the train currently doesn't have an indicator that it can be also grabbed. The other thing is that this can really only be done at the train yard, but the train yard doesn't give you any hint that you can here actually take a train and then move it around how you want. I think currently you actually don't need a locomotive for this to work, which is quite funny. So that was one of the big issues that I saw in the playtest. So some more indicators what can be interacted with and what not is prior for the next week. Another big change that happened this week was the boss also changed. For those mid-stage bosses, what I decided now that they will be, these are now going to be trains that will actually fight you as well, because that is a quite resourceful way of creating a boss. They will look different and also likely drop in some items that are needed to unlock new cards. But with the boss, currently it is a bit buggy that the turrets are not really shooting at the train in the back, but this will also be something for next week. Another big part of the play session was also that the orb storage is just not really logical, but I also don't explain that anywhere. That you can basically slot your orbs in here and then access them from any other town facilities and also use them then for upgrades. But this is just something I will need to explain better. One of my playtesters also complained that they don't see the whole train while fighting, which I think is a very valid point, but I think it's also important that you see what is in front of you. So likely I will make it possible to kind of slide your camera back and forth over the train. Whatever you want to see can then be in view. With next week, I'm planning on really getting onto more orbs, cleaning up the train yard, also cleaning up some issues still with these displays, And then getting some more train cards in, because currently I'm just using some placeholder different cards. They don't do anything differently, because I can add some other cards, but they currently don't have any other stats than anything else. But with that, that's already it. So if you have any questions or feedback, just leave them in the comments, and see you next week. Bye.